I'm reading Jaws, the novel, and I just read a little patch, and I'm sorry, I should have recorded it for you because it was quite good. I was doing multiple characters reading the book, like an audiobook reader. So, oh, what the hell? We're going to give you a little bit of Jaws by Peter Benchley. Honestly, Martin, I'm sure there was no insult intended. She was probably just being frank. Frankness is in these days. Well, if she gets any franker with me, she's going to be out. I'll tell you that. He picked up the 2 drinks and started for the front door. Ellen said, "Martin." And he stopped. "For my sake, please." "Don't worry about a thing. Everything will be fine. Like they say in the commercials, calm down." He refilled Hooper's drink and Daisy Wicker's without refilling his own. Then he sat down and nursed his drink through a long story Meadows was telling Daisy. Brody felt all right, pretty good, in fact. And he knew that if he didn't have anything more to drink before dinner, he'd be fine. At 8:30, Ellen brought out soup plates from the kitchen and set them around the table. "Martin," she said, "would you open the wine for me while I get everyone seated?" "Wine?" "There are 3 bottles in the kitchen, a white in the icebox and 2 reds on the counter. You may as well open them all. The reds need time to breathe." "Of course they will," Brody said as he stood up. "Who doesn't?" "Oh, and the tire buchin is on the counter next to the red." "The what?" Daisy Wicker said, "It's tire buchin, the corkscrew." "Perhaps it's tire buchin." Brody took vengeful pleasure in seeing Ellen blush, for it relieved him of some of his own embarrassment. He found the corkscrew and went to work on the 2 bottles of red wine. He pulled one cork cleanly, but the other crumbled as he was withdrawing it, and pieces slipped into the bottle. He took the bottle of white out of the refrigerator, and as he uncorked it, he tangled his tongue, trying to pronounce the name of the wine. Montrachet. Americans might say Montrachet. He arrived at what seemed to him an acceptable pronunciation, Montrachet, wiped the bottle dry with a dish towel, and took it into the dining room. Ellen was seated at the end of the table nearest the kitchen. Hooper was at her left, Meadows at her right. Next to Meadows, Daisy Wicker, then an empty space for Brody at the far end of the table, which is opposite Daisy. Dorothy Meadows. I read that wrong. I'll do it again. Ellen was seated at the end of the table nearest the kitchen. Hooper was at her left, Meadows at her right. Next to Meadows, Daisy Wicker, then an empty space for Brody, and at the far end of the table, and opposite Daisy, so you got Daisy there, then you got Dorothy Meadows there. Jaws, a novel by Peter Benchley. I'm Bobby Burrows, your resident alien, and I do these kind of things all day long, and I post them on my social media channels because it's something to do. Be creative. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share.